I bought a Rubik's Cube from ScienceWorks in 2014, and before I even got home, I already scrambled up the cube. Instead of being enthralled with the puzzle, I took the boring route and went straight to YouTube for help. And after many hours, I finally solved it. But I didn't stop there. Solving it was so rewarding that I did it again, and again, and again, and again. Soon, I was down a rabbit hole into the subculture of this mesmerizing puzzle, and found that there were sub-communities for the mechanics, the efficiency, and even the variations of the cube. I ended up buying a faster cube and deep dove into the hundreds of algorithms and tutorials on the internet. Luckily, the only reason I found bad information when researching the best cube to get or the best algorithms to use was because they were outdated. Engineering got better and people got smarter, which means the primary way of discerning good sources from bad sources is their published date. Overall, this strange hobby of mine is a good way to relax and have a skill that isn't directly related to work or school. It's fun to delve into this niche community and see it evolve over time, because it shows that a hobby or field as minuscule as a Rubik's Cube can have so much depth. An interesting thing I learned in the academic awareness module was the dangers of giving someone else your previous assignment. Let's say someone needed help with an assignment that I've already done and I send them my work, for example. If they ended up copying my work and not citing it, we would both be in trouble for academic misconduct, even though they were the one to copy it, which kind of brings up the idea of responsibility over one's work, and you have to be careful where you end up sending your work. For YouTube, I'm really interested in the eras, the kind of waves of content, whether that be the vlog or the Let's Play, just how it kind of evolves over time and changes from year to year. Because I'm someone who grew up on YouTube, it would be really interesting to look at all the previous top dogs of YouTube, whether that be Smosh or PewDiePie or the Paul brothers or whoever, and kind of see how they change over time, all the content and the needs from the audience. That reactive dance between audience and creator is really interesting to study, and it'd be good to answer the question whether YouTube has evolved or devolved. That's enough of that. The past couple weeks I've been reading The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. And it's a really good reminder of how fiction can sometimes just be fiction and it can just sometimes be good fun. Tolkien himself was really against allegorical meanings in books, which is interesting because there's been a lot written on this book and all the other Lord of the Rings books about how they kind of reflect our life. But in the foreword of the book, Tolkien says, please do not read this as an allegorical meaning or anything. It's just a fun story and a masterpiece overall. Kind of brought to my attention the balance between like more allegorical and meaningful art and just more art for fun and just enjoyment. And that kind of balance between them needs to be conserved, because all on one side or all on the other wouldn't really make for a very interesting world. Overall, although it's a pretty tough read because of all the exposition, it's a pretty fun book and I recommend it to all.